Yeah, that's fair, actually.
PJ-esque Bearhead.
Never confided in anyone, and married for purely political reasons. Then he prospered so much that he became powerful enough to rule an entire town on his own.
Yeah, that's a familiar story.
But in the end, his own child betrayed him, and ended his entire clan in a series of violent deaths.
Also how those usually end.
Fucking metal.
How would you look back on it?
Depends on how much pizza I got to have.
I wasn't born into a rich family, nor was I ever taught how to rule. And for what it's worth, I've also never knocked up a young ex-actress. But I guess the one thing we can say is that any good life needs balance. Get too hung up on one thing and you lose sight of everything else. And if you betray someone, you'll get betrayed too. If someone thinks they can step all over people and then live out the rest of their life in peace, they're fooling themselves.
Balance in all
We
things.
always get to see how those people end up in our line of work. In the end, they die horrible deaths.
In your line of work, everyone dies horrible deaths.
That's kind of the point.
I trust.
Pizza never betrays you.
Never betrays you.
I hate you.
You asshole.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Fucking idiot.
What's the matter with you?
She planned a string of murders all in order to restore the Clarksons to their former glory, right?
Yeah. According to Morgan's story. Matches up with the files, too.
But the only proof of that is the confession she privately gave to Morgan just before she died. Galena Clarkson was also murdered immediately after she confessed. Don't you think it's all a little too convenient?
What are you getting at?
Story-wise, yeah.
I just straight up don't believe him.
None of the FBI's official records contain an example of an actual human sacrifice.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second.
There are tons of examples of animal sacrifice, though.
Like the one in the bed.
And remember the witch hunts back in the Middle Ages?
Meaning,
there
Point.
are always exceptions
My finger
to
points.
the rule. And Morgan alluded to the existence of some sort of journal, right? I think he said he read it in Professor R's lab. If we could find that, maybe this would all become easier to swallow.
I would probably have burned
the
it.
report didn't mention anything about a journal. And if it truly did exist, it surely would have been submitted as evidence. Unless he tried to cover it up on purpose.
I mean, yeah, you'd probably burn it.
Or
Or it was lost in the hurricane.
Unless the journal never existed in the first place.
exactly. This case took place in Lucare.
There's only so far that you can get when you, like, fervently deny everything that your only witness says to you.
Yeah.
And love. But Katrina took the truth along with many innocent lives and buried it all at the bottom of the swamp.
Yeah, Katrina was some
There's
shit.
one truth that can never be washed away. This all started with the death of a young girl.
Yeah, that kind of happens a lot, huh?
That happens a lot. There was something to our right that we can't investigate anymore, I think.
A woman so beautiful.
It was the
that
Greenville
she
case
made
files.
and hung
You're
her.
right.
And this is how she ended up. Sometimes it seems like God abandoned us humans a long time ago. I feel it more and more with each new page.
Why has God abandoned us?
Maybe this is why the Japanese love to kill God.
Lena Clarkson went to California to become an actress, but things never took off for her, so she eventually returned home. Then she murdered her own daughter and ended up like this. Where did she go wrong?
She did manage to appear in a few movies, right?
Not as any characters with actual names, and never with much clothes on.
Oh no.
So that's
Oh,
the only
no.
value they saw in her, huh? Sorry, that was insensitive.
It's an everyday occurrence in that world. She was also bullied a lot.
Oh?
Bullied? How?
They'd cut up her costumes, her scripts, and even her own clothes.
Why?
Everywhere she went.
Why?
Then after
Maybe she was an
died,
asshole.
Her stylist chopped off a chunk of her hair. By accident.
What the fuck?
Are you kidding me?
I did a little investigating on this. In the end, a self-titled big cheese producer tricked her. She almost ended up going into porn.
Ooh.
Not hard to imagine what would have happened after that.
One witness said that after returning to Lucare, she refused to use scissors to cut anything.
Well, there's
You
your
think
connection.
that has... Yeah, to the enemies.
Yep, I would say so.
There it is.
I think she's the biggest mystery out of all the people involved with the Lou Carre case. How could she agree to kill her own daughter? Then herself. It's hard to imagine ever being okay with that. No matter how depressed I became.
I don't know. People get hey,
Yeah,
there's
you
Cody.
don't know. Oh, hey, what's up?
People get like super fucked
Why
up
did
if
she
their
believe
dreams
what
don't come
Francis
true.
told her? The whole blood purge story. There's no way anyone in their right mind would ever believe that.
You got a point.
No matter how badly all the bullying must have broken her heart. I just find it too hard to believe.
I don't.
Don't you?
Bullying fucks people up,
Yeah.
Aaliyah.
But you shouldn't think too hard about it.
Why not?
Human beings don't make sense.
That's true.
We always do things that can't be explained with common logic, especially when it concerns our parents, children, and siblings.
That doesn't satisfy me.
Point.
My finger
No matter
points.
how irrational an action may be, I want to know exactly why that person made such an irrational decision.
It's irrational because there is no why.
You're never going to be in a situation
Point.
where everything makes
My
perfect
finger
sense.
points.
Just stop sticking your nose so deeply into everything.
Yeah, it's a bit of a logical fallacy.
That's my advice, as an old guy who's lived twice as long as you.
How old are you?
You and I are nothing alike.
My
Point.
finger points.
You decided to give up on your life and spend the rest of your time on Earth sitting around and playing Sudoku.
Get these dunks on Sudoku. Your life is a joke.
Everyone thinks that the principal thing to the tree is the fruit, but in point of fact, the principal thing to it is the seed. Now I know why Lise Clarkson was murdered first. Lisa's death was Professor R having second thoughts. According to Morgan, her plan was to perform parricide and filicide, then commit suicide. Those were the 3 deaths necessary to complete the ritual, remember? Which means she technically could have killed Patricia first. That would have been the best way to delay any interference from the Clarksons themselves. The reason she didn't kill Patricia first is because Lena was actually following a different plan inside her own mind. Or perhaps she merely changed her plan as she followed through with it.
Okay.
At some point, new emotions started to take root within her. She had second thoughts about something. And in order to shake those off, she used Galena to kill Lise first, in order to cut off any possible escape. But that only made her plan move ahead quicker than she could have ever imagined, which forced her to rush right up to the end with those misgivings always in the back of her mind.
Huh? Wait, hold on.
Yeah, what's this event that we're talking about?
Yeah, you lost me. What are you talking about?
Point.
In other words,
My finger points.
at some point, Helena Doman decided that she wanted to make Patricia the next heir. The blood purge wasn't for the goddess of fertility. It was for their daughter, Patricia.
Wait, are
Okay.
you saying Helena knew from the start that Sheriff Woods would die with Candy?
It was a perversion of what her original vision was gonna be.
That's the only explanation I can think of.
Huh.
Remember,
That's
Just like the
interesting.
boss.
this is only assuming that everything Morgan told us.
Exactly like the boss.
Until I can
No
trust that
difference.
This is all nothing more than conjecture.
Considering how insane this all is, it sounds perfectly believable to me.
What about you, Zach? What's going on
What's
inside
going
your
on
brain?
in that head of yours?
Are we gonna have a boss fight inside your mind with Kaysen?
We just might.
Are we gonna
That
be
could
drunk
still be
while we do
happening.
it?
We just might be.
Hoongan!
Francis Zach Morgan.
It's good to see you in the
Remember
In
incorporeal
the flesh. The imaginary flesh.
Yes.
your tongue.
Title of my next album.
You know why I'm here, don't you?
I don't actually.
Surely you must know what this means.
I don't actually.
I want to know where this is going.
Allow me to give you another oracle.
Yeah, it has been like 15 years, hasn't it?
One sign will last for eternity. But only in
Oh, hey,
the
Mixa.
presence
Oh, hello.
true love. Did you hear that?
Hmm?
Good.
Nod.
It's been a while since I felt this. You know, there's hardly anyone in this era who can see me like you can.
Almost nobody's as crazy as you are.
You've been dropping like flies.
Except for one person.
Breaks my heart.
Come on. Give her an oracle too.
Yeah, come on.
We don't have much time.
We don't. There's like 4 missions left.
Questions for me?
Oh, is it time for the pathologic moment?
Is Patricia safe?
Excellent. You pass. You haven't changed, Francis Zach Morgan. But that question isn't for me to answer. Go and see it with your own eyes.
I do want to see this.
Oh, time's up.
Finger points. You see him point?
Have to finish
His finger points.
during our next reunion.
Is this a cell phone going off?
It sounds like.
Turn off
Oh,
your
it
cell
is.
phone.
You ass.
This is bad.
Failed to apprehend target. Target
Oh.
escaped with hostage.
Oh?
Whereabouts unknown.
Agent Jones,
Oh.
what is this referring to?
Avery Smith kidnapped Patricia Clarkson and escaped.
What?
Avery Smith? The vault manager? Why would he kidnap Patricia? Tell me
Point.
what's going on right now.
My finger points.
Well,
Answer me, Jones.
Don't you hold out on me, Vegeta.
I made a deal with
You see that? You
I
see that?
See that fairy.
back when he took me to the bathroom.
What? What?
Morgan said something to me. If we want to find Patricia, we need to look at Avery Smith.
Have you lost your mind?
What he said made sense. Ever since 2005, Avery's been working deep inside that cold storage warehouse. He was also arrested in the past for getting too friendly with Lise Clarkson. And after Katrina, he apparently worked on renovating the warehouse for free. What if that allowed him to freely modify the warehouse as he pleased?
Okay.
That would explain why her body remained missing for 14 whole years. And then
But who would give that
I
order?
did a little check and found out that he never went back to work after Christmas vacation ended.
So what? Why would you trust him?
I don't.
He needs to learn to trust us.
I just decided it was worth investigating, that's all. So, I sent 2 agents to Avery's house without telling anyone. I just called in a favor from an old friend in the New Orleans branch.
No one gave you clearance for that. You think you can just...
But
Yes.
if Morgan's
Point.
telling the truth,
My finger points.
if he is, we're both gonna look like total clowns. Clowns who went barging into a former agent's house on completely unfounded suspicions. HQ
He's
will
right.
feel
He is right.
They'll string us up as the 2 dumbest agents to have ever graced the field. I just wanted to take some precautions.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with this setup.
And besides, if he is lying, it's still no skin off our backs, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're just covering your bases at this point.
If things work out, we'll end up solving a difficult case that's been driving everyone crazy.
And at the very least, it means that
Imagine that.
Zach
You
at
and
least
me,
trusts you enough
just
to
the
tell
2 of
you.
us, solving a case like this.
Even if you don't believe him,
I'll
you're
be able
still
to
getting
jump
more
ship on
information
this
by
right
him
now.
thinking that you do trust him.
And you'll be able to freely investigate all things San Rouge, just like you've always wanted. Besides, you know
Point.
that Morgan is Director
Finger
Abraham's
points.
favorite. Even if we get into some sort of trouble, if Morgan testifies to Abraham's for us, we'll totally be in the clear.
I don't care. This isn't the way things are supposed to be done.
Shut up.
Well,
Neither is whatever the hell you've been doing.
But I had no other choice.
You've been breaking rules this entire time.
You were so engrossed in this, and come on, you know how I am. Besides,
Aren't you the one who, like,
should take priority above all
got a
else.
private
There's no time
investigator to
swap.
leak all of his stupid info to find out, like, spy on him?
We need to find.
That's
evidence,
against the law.
no matter what it takes.
But how?
Well.
Thanks to your heroic
Are we not gonna talk about that?
Please don't ask me about the ferry. It's a personal matter.
I know, but
I know how to find him. I should be able to see the other world the way I am now. Just let me go. Please.
Can we get a 2019 Otherworld?
It's
Yeah,
okay.
come on.
I know I can convince them.
I want to, like, punch some snarfs in this apartment. Frantic Simon.
Simon's lost in thought. What will his-
You're investigating them now.
Will he follow the plan? Or
He's been investigating them this entire time.
have much time left? I'm pretty sure that's why I can see the other world now. I'd lost that sense ever since the Greenvale incident, but it's back now. Please, will you just trust me?
It's a tall order.
Come on, Simon.
It is a tall order.
You'll trust me, won't you?
He doesn't.
what?
No, Agent Jones. Remember the warning I gave you at the very beginning? You can't let him take control of the conversation.
It's too bad.
I think we pretty much established by now that you're full of shit, though.
I think that the idea poised Elia.
Davis. She's on edge as she should be. Who wouldn't be after seeing this room?
The idea that you would come into this scenario and not expect him to completely turn the tables is just
Finish.
foolish.
No, you aren't an agent anymore.
Talk to the hand.
But you don't know how to find him. Neither of you ever could.
There's never a situation
I'll
in which
find him.
this kind of thing
I swear on
won't
my
end up
pride
with
as an
him on,
active
like,
agent that I won't give up until I do.
not the winning side, but without him ending up with the advantage.
That
Yeah.
won't get you anywhere. It's beyond you.
At the very least, he is privy to
Shut up.
information that you're not.
You think we can't find him, but
Point.
you can. Just
My
how
finger
stupid
points.
Do you think we are?
I think you're pretty
If
stupid.
you want us to
Yeah.
believe you, then it's about time you showed us some proof.
I've been showing you proof. All right. I'm curious about this.
If you're
Yeah,
saying
let's
it's
talk about
true,
this.
Then why did Avery Smith kidnap Patricia?
Patricia resembles Lise. I even got them confused.
Oh
once.
no.
And Lise reported being stalked by a 10-foot man.
That's Avery Smith?
Exactly.
I
No.
thought we established that that wasn't him.
What?
But he's only 6'7" at best. His
Yeah.
physical characteristics don't match the person you're talking about.
He's been wearing lifts.
I once concluded the very same.
He's been wearing anti-lifts,
But now I know. That was definitely.
and he's actually 10 foot.
He protected Lisa's body for the past 14 years. Until you discovered his sleeping beauty.
So
And now he's
taking
insane.
Lisa's body, he kidnapped Patricia as a replacement? That's ridiculous. Is that really what you think happened?
But what the fuck is with the height disparity?
If Avery did possess that sort of mentality, it doesn't make sense. If Lise was
It's
really
not like
a
anything
woman,
you've been coming
he
up with
had
has
time
been
to
any
steal
better.
her back. Not now, maybe. But certainly after she was buried.
Would you be able to go on worshipping a goddess who had been defiled by so many hands? That ice was a barrier, a shield that separated the divine from our world.
What?
Helena
I'm
Dome,
sorry. What?
aka Professor R. Her complicated life only added more complications to the Lucare case. She's the one who gave the red tree a chance to take root inside her.
You said that she was the mastermind behind the tragedies in Lucare.
Kind of.
About the Clarkson
Sort
bloodline
of.
are what started it all.
To a point.
Yes, that's right.
She instigated her younger sister into killing her own niece. Then she committed suicide immediately after killing her father.
I don't know if I would
She
call it
wouldn't
that.
Be able to complete her
I
plan.
would say in the same moment.
How could one call such an unpredictable series of events a plan?
Oh, you hear that audio clip?
And as
I
we
heard
saw,
it.
Sheriff Woods chose a fate that was completely different from what she envisioned.
No, he didn't. In the end, things went exactly as she planned.
What do you mean?
At a certain point, she realized that her plan was wrong. So, she tried to adjust things, using me as a pawn. But then, the unexpected happened. She and I both underestimated what Avery was capable of. That's why I'm here.
Do you mean
So
to tell
her
me?
plan didn't go exactly according to plan.
In order to save
What?
Patricia's life.
What do you
Do you
say?
mean to tell me that Avery is the bad guy here?
What the fuck?
A lot of time's passed since I last saw Patricia. If I hadn't gone back to Lucari, she probably would have never been kidnapped. I dragged her back into her cursed destiny. Hey, Belle. Your hypothesis was pretty much on the mark.
God, which one?
Last week, I went back to Lucari. Then I bought a used car and got on a train in Trenton. But not for the reason you think. I wasn't stalking Patricia. And I'd never try to kidnap her.
Then why would you go there?
Point.
Why would you risk so
finger
much,
points.
especially since you knew that you were under surveillance?
To protect her.
Once again, I'm chasing Sang Rouge.
Sang Rouge?
Even after I quit the FBI, I continued to study the red trees on my own.
That much is clear.
And now, I've come to the conclusion that those red seeds and Sang Rouge both come from the same roots.
We knew this.
I also found proof that someone's inherited the original recipe. That's why I flew to Lucari, to confirm my suspicions. But I was more powerless than I ever could have imagined. I couldn't move like I used to. No badge, no gun. So, after wandering aimlessly around town, I swallowed down my torment and my weakness and left.
You expect me to believe that?
I know you've got it in you.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that he doesn't think you're a complete piece of shit.
You found Lise Clarkson's body. The one thing I never did. And only a few days after discovering the body, you came to visit me. You should be fully capable of discerning that what I'm telling you is the truth.
Talking much about oneself
Point.
can also be a means to
My finger
conceive
points.
oneself. You can't trick me.
I've been tricking you literally this entire time. I'm tricking you now as we speak.
It is happening in
You
this
said that
moment.
someone inherited
She's
the
pointing
Sang
again.
Rouge recipe.
Her finger points.
Is that someone Avery Smith?
It has to be. Avery used to help Professor R do research in secret.
What? Well, that wasn't in the report.
It's because I'm investigating
I
it.
realized it just now. The moment I spilled my coffee on the floor. Avery revealed that he was helping with some sort of research. But at the time, I let his confession go in one ear and
Yeah, the
out
first time we met him.
Now that I look back on it, I realize it was solid proof that he was helping her produce Sang Rouge.
What makes you think that?
He had free access to the deepest parts of the cold storage warehouse.
Wait,
Meaning...
Sang Rouge needs to be produced in an extremely cold environment.
Exactly. Aaliyah Davis. You already considered this possibility, didn't you? That's why you investigated the cold storage warehouse as soon as you got to Lucari, in order to locate where Sang Rouge was being made. Then, you came across Lisa's body by pure chance.
Alright, we gotta wrap this up. You're starting to lose me a little bit here.
Look at the Greenvale case files.
Wasn't the Fool King.
What?
What about Melvin?
Many different characters pop up in Lena's journal, and I mistook one of them for someone else.
Also, I would have. You're just on a little bit of a delay. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
After Simon hit me and I fainted, I had a dream. Now I'm convinced I'm the Fool King.
Uh-huh.
The Fool King was always meant to be an outsider who suddenly arrived in Lucare.
I kind of had that hunch at the beginning,
Felt a need
at
to
the first
eliminate
mention.
wasn't me, but Avery.
That is the title that you would
Lena
give to the
realized
hapless
I was on the
protagonist.
verge of falling apart. She also guessed that I would be able to save Patricia from Melvin. The one worry that remained in her heart was leaving Patricia behind, and how her life would play out from that point on. Especially since she would be left behind with Avery, a large, childlike man who's beyond anyone's control.
I mean, a gun can
She
still
wrote
stop
that journal
Avery.
entry hoping that I, the Fool King, would be capable of stopping Avery, and she wrote it in a specific way in order to try and rouse me to action. Lena and Melvin both entrusted me with their daughter, so please, just let me go. It's my duty to protect her.
I made her this promise, you see.
That you would protect her from all the evil in the world.
Like sugar.
Who do you think benefited most from the Greenvale case?
Fucking Forrest Kaysen.
Yeah.
No one benefited from it.
No one bought the game.
Many lives were lost.
In the production of the game.
You
Nobody
really
bought the
believe that?
sequel either.
It's true.
Everyone who survived
Or the
was
spin-off.
overcome with sadness,
Was there a spin-off?
scarred for life.
I'm considering D4 the spin-off.
Without
In
Fair
this
enough.
case.
Without exception. Isn't that right, my fairy?
I feel like you're the one person who benefited from the case.
How? Look how my
I'm
life has
sorry?
turned out!
You were able to add a new chapter to your stunning career and earned unshakable trust from the chief.
Yeah, then I got fired. Apparently,
That's
my
what allowed
life
you to
got
go on
ruined.
using his intel
And I
network
got
as you
fucking
please,
cancer.
Even though you're retired.
Are you seriously suggesting that?
Look at my life, you piece of shit.
Sickness is destroying my body. I feel like I'm on the verge of losing my mind.
Like, what did I earn?
Somehow, I'm unable to forget the cases connected to those seeds, whittling down what's left of my life.
Yeah, I got a sick DVD collection, but everything else sucks.
You really think I'm doing all this for nothing but self-interest? Is that really what you're saying?
You had nothing to say, poised Elia.
I understand what you're trying to say, but it's too perfect. It's too perfect, just like that report of yours. How could you come to such a detailed conclusion after spending years shut up in this room?
All I had to do was have all this time to
doesn't
figure
make
out the
sense.
case.
The only possible
There's the
explanation
link
is that
board
you
right
moved the
there.
narrative in the direction you wanted to go.
Clearly not.
Why do you think I left
Why?
Greenvale for 2 years after Greenvale? That case cost me not only my best friend.
This has clearly been like ruining his life since he's gone on record with it.
I never thought I'd lose something like that. Ever since then, I've been unable to solve cases using that method.
Metaphysical offender profiling.
I see you pointing.
I tried
His
everything
finger
I could
points.
think of to regain my lost talent, but it never came back to me. That's why I quit working for the FBI. And
His
for that,
protagonist vision went away.
If I don't have the
spent
magic
my days
powers,
seeking
then what do I
truth,
have?
Searching for an answer I'd never find. So time continued to cruelly pass me by. Until finally, the disease started eating away at my body.
I feel like the
Thought it was
disease
all over for me.
happened because of the seeds.
About half
Or the smoking.
Or the smoking.
finally reached
Don't
the
smoke,
conclusion.
kids.
Don't do it.
Everything started with the red seeds.
Yeah!
He and I
There it is.
encountered these seeds long before we reached Greenvale. Under the seething, mind-melting sun of Louisiana. Then, for some reason,
Wait a
in
second.
the beginning of December,
I just had a really
felt
stupid idea.
Yeah?
and
What if Avery was Forrest Kaysen, who was just transforming?
Oh, what if?
Because he wears a mask, right?
through allowing the cancer cells to ravage my body?
I don't think that's what it is, but that would be really fucking
Travel to
stupid.
the other side. This is the only answer, Aaliyah Davis. Truth is a surprise, born from coincidence and an unknown power.
Okay. Red seeds.
2 bizarre cases derailed your life. It must have been extremely painful.
Clearly.
You have my deepest condolences.
Point.
That
Finger
doesn't
points.
put you in
No,
Oh,
she's
that
not
wasn't
pointing.
the point. She was just doing the stupid fucking thing she's been doing this whole
You're still a
time.
suspect.
A suspect? For what? Patricia isn't here.
The murders of Sheriff Melvin
That's a
Woods
point.
and Candy Woods.
That's a point. Her
Their
finger
bodies
points.
were never recovered. Katrina carried them away, along with many other lives. Aside from that report you wrote, there's nothing that proves your innocence.
But that doesn't prove that he's guilty.
That's not how it works.
Oh, I'm not. I also suspect there's a possibility that he murdered individuals connected to other cases that he's worked on. The
On
Greenville
what
report
grounds?
bears the same inconsistencies as this one, and both cases are filled with victims whose deaths were never witnessed.
Stop. Don't say another word. If you
Like
You're
the
full of
bosses.
shit.
mention her name.
If I mention
Oh no, not you remember the female police officer.
Mhm.
You will pay.
Because he fell in love with her at the end.
Twinkle, hello. Hello, Twinkle.
Is it gonna be her?
Oh, God.
No. Special Agent Aaliyah Davis. You're exceptionally talented, I admit it. You found Lisa's body, then discovered the red seeds all on your own. You even noticed that there was someone else in this room. You've got amazing intuition. You're a hunter with an extremely keen sense of smell,
Explains why she doesn't get along with Simon.
but
Yeah.
you still can't perceive the other world the way you are now. That's all there is to it.
That gives me a hunch. Let's
You
see
need-
if it turns out to be correct.
You need to eat the seeds on the wall in order to pass to the other side.
Simon, look inside that trash can.
Huh? The trash can?
It's right behind you. Then you'll know for sure that I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, you see that banana peel? That's the proof.
My god, it's all written here.
It's a receipt.
One crate full of banana peels.
We told you not to touch the sanctuary!
Yeah, remember
What
that?
is this?
I do. I'm the one who sent Aaliyah to the tip and set everything into motion. We need to talk alone. FK.
Oh, no.
What's on that receipt?
Some bad shit.
What is it?
Some
Agent Jackson?
bad shit
FK.
in the coffee.
Contact a local
In the
agent
trash can.
and have them investigate Avery Smith's home. There are still agents investigating the Lucare area, right? Trust me. That's where Patricia Clarkson is.
Trust you. Where's your proof?
Where's yours?
Ask Aaliyah Davis. Ask her about the name of the person who tipped her off.
What do you mean?
You're from Chicago, and you love pizza, right?
Of course.
Especially deep dish pizza.
It all makes
Smothered
sense.
in cheese.
What does this have to do with pizza?
Just ask her. And ask her why she decided to take this case in the first place. Got it? Pizza will never betray you. So you need to trust it, too.
It's a pizza receipt, isn't it? Was there a pizza on it?
But how could you have known that I would come here with her?
I didn't. I just bet on you.
Oh no.
God damn it.
Oh no. You know where this receipt is from?
What's going on right
Where?
now,
Mr. Aziz! He's gonna flip out!
Thank you, my fairy. Car key, Simon.
Let me go.
Don't worry. Just trust in the pizza. I'm the anonymous tipper. FK.
Wait, what?
This...
It's on the corner of 3rd Street. '69 Pontiac GTO.
You've got excellent taste. Lend me your gun, too.
That's a bad idea.
Don't you see what you're doing here? This is a severe obstruction of justice. You're violating the FBI code.
Oh, where to start with you?
Yeah, Aaliyah, I know, but pizza will never betray me.
Polka will never die.
Abrahams to prepare a private jet for me at the airport. I know Robert won't turn his back on me.
Wait, Morgan, are you serious?
I just did the anime cool look over my shoulder. That's how you know I'm serious.
Like,
This is going places.
Come on, Tink. This is going places.
Leave you for a bit, my fairy. They'll be fine. They'll figure it all out.
That's gotta be her.
It has to be. Come on, give us the zoom in.
York, can you hear me? I'm going to go finish the job you started. That makes us even, okay? York, she really is a genius agent. She's probably going to end up being an even better agent than we were.
There's a
She
sequel
just needs
hook.
more experience under her belt. She's still only pursuing the world she can see with her naked eye. She needs to experience more frustration. She needs to strengthen herself.
She needs to work with David Young.
On the other hand, Simon's much smarter than he looks. No wonder he was able to go on watching us for 4.5 years. All that struggling under the surface paid off in the end. Do you want to know why he decided to start trusting me? It's simple.
I'm the
It's all
protagonist.
because of the name I used to send the tip to the FBI.
Yeah, this is a little
It's
dumb.
the name of that pizza parlor, the Chicago-style place with those trademarked crimson boxes.
God, this is...
Franklin's Kitchen.
Oh.
Yet again. They've got the
Yet
best
again.
dish pizza in the area. Both Simon and I love that place. That's why I told him, pizza will never betray you. Will it, York?
Oh, that's stupid.
I just want to say, with regards to Simon, he's been jumping back and forth between spitting mad truths and being dumb as hell.
It's really difficult to get like a read on Simon because, yes, half the time he's pointing out that Aaliyah's kind of crossing a lot of lines that she shouldn't be, and then the other half of the time he's saying really, really stupid shit that I just can't get behind.
And, like, Aaliyah as the straight edge is supposed to be like the foil to him, right?
Oh!
Oh.
Yes.
Aaliyah as the straight edge is supposed to be his foil, but Aaliyah at her worst is a lot worse than Simon at his worst.
Aaliyah at her worst is like almost a villain in this game.
Like breaking numerous laws.
My final battle.
Final battle.
So I
Here we
guess
go.
we're gone,
We
huh?
do get a 2019 Otherworld.
Like 14 years ago. I feel more at home in this world now.
This is very, very much... This is very similar to something that happened in Season 3 of Twin Peaks. Not exactly. And there's one more tenuous connection that I want to see if they make to sort of solidify as to why this would be happening. But the idea of him going back after all this time... Yeah, I'm starting to see some stuff here. The height discrepancy, though, is one thing that was still never... I still have all of my bullets.
Hey, open your inventory. See what's in it.
I will.
Can we get a closer look at that, maybe? Now that we can see it in color?
Yeah. Okay, so inventory. Rubber
You
bullets.
still have everything. Oh, please let the coffee is still there, and the donut from 15 years ago.
Only 14. Only 14.
Only 14. You're right. Okay, get us a closer look on that.
She is...
Like another voodoo monster.
Yeah.
Like the others.
She's got a similar headdress to one of the bosses, too.
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, his arm flashed and I thought it was another enemy spawning in. Off to the side. Oh, frame rate. That's how you know.
Oh, frame rate.
Come on, come on.
And like we mentioned, those guys are supposed to be the barbers.
Yes. Well, her legs can take quite a few bullets. Alright, come on. Oh, you know what, though? We're not drunk anymore after 14 years.
It only took 14 years.
Only took that long. Ooh, first aid kits. Probably don't need them, but...
Or maybe you super need them.
Maybe I'll need them a lot. There's one more box in there, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep moving.
That drives me insane.
What, the one more box?
Yup. You can't do that.
What if I told you that the one more box is gonna get destroyed when one more enemy spawns in and like starts swinging wildly trying to get us through a wall? What if I told you that?
Maybe.
Would that make it
That
any
does
better?
make me feel slightly better.
Okay. And if nothing else, it will cease to exist once we get to the credits.
That's true.
The game has to load it out. Stop! It was getting stuck on the dude on top of the table. Alright, punch it. It's a very nice, like, shearling coat you've got. Those are pretty expensive. It's like Bato's coat, but only longer.
Yeah, is he not just in his bathrobe anymore? How does he look now?
No, he's in like blue pants and a get some light. Yeah, he's in like the clothes that he was in, but instead of his robe, he's got a shearling coat.
Yeah. Okay.
Which makes sense, because he wouldn't have had time to put anything else on.
I feel like this segment would have been cooler if there was some kind of stat penalty.
What do you mean?
Like, if you had, I don't know, less health, less stamina, but maybe twice as many pips on your eye gauge.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
To kind of drive home the fact that he's sick and dying.
Although...
That would be cool.
I wonder if, like... I wonder if he would have twice the focus or whatever, since he can't use his powers anymore.
Well, no, they mentioned that he got them back, and that's how he's able to be doing this.
Ah, okay.
And he even said that his connection with the other world is stronger than it ever was.
Okay. I could see that having been the case in, like, maybe an earlier build or something.
Maybe.
Maybe that's what they intended to do, and it just ended up not being that way.
It just ended up being on the cutting room floor for one reason or another.
Yeah. Let me grab some coffee.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe a coffee would be a good idea.
So many first aids.
That gun still fires rubber bullets.
Of course. Rubber bullets are all you need. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I'm not gonna miss hearing Snarf every 10 seconds.
Really, out of all of us, I think you would miss it the most.
No. Snarf is my least favorite Thundercat, and I don't like any of the Thundercats.
Yeah, but that was the whole point, wasn't it?
It was the only comfort I got out of this whole scenario. Wait, did seriously just one of them not spawn? I'm surprised that more aren't. Oh, there's one behind me. Nope,
Now
get
get
away
out of
from
there.
those.
You get out of there.
Thanks, Sonic.
Ooh.
Just open the door into yourself. Hey, I've done that.
Up on the ceiling.
Click, click, click. Shut up. Stop that. I don't like that thing that you're doing.
I don't like that thing that you are.
It's unfortunate.
That makes me think of that episode of Futurama. Where, like, Bender appears on the TV or something.
Oh, yeah?
Getting seen doing a crime or whatever. And Fry turns to Bender, who's sitting next to him on the couch. And he's like, hey, it's that guy you are.
Yeah.
I think about that so much.
I think my favorite scenes in Futurama almost always come down to, like, they're hanging out at either Bender's Bender's and Fry's apartment, or they're hanging out at Farnsworth's house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just, like, sitting around watching TV and just saying something stupid. What are you doing? Stop that. Whatever you're doing, cease and desist. Hey, you want to know something? Precision aiming is not something that these Joy-Cons were meant for.
Oh, I bet. That's what the auto shot is for. You should down some more coffee.
I will on this last guy. Or I mean, I'll use the auto shot on this last guy. Oh, there's two of them? Come on. Get out of my way so I can hit the other guy. Turn around. Nah, it didn't matter. It was okay. We got it. We got him, everybody. Ladies
It
and
don't
gentlemen.
matter. None of this matters. Look out!
Oh, I see him.
Oh, they're stuck in the corner, though.
It's all good. I see you. I see you.
Hey, stop that.
I wish that you would stop. Ooh, I saw that coming.
Watch out for them copperheads.
Come on. Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. I don't think those are the correct words. I don't remember where Bermuda comes in that song. That might be where it comes in. Oh, are you ready for the final battle?
Am I ready for the final battle?
I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Who is it? It's gonna be Avery, but could it also be Kaysen?
Maybe. Maybe Avery is Kaysen.
Maybe it's Patty. Maybe Patty's the final boss.
Oh! The cold storage warehouse.
I like that we're coming back to where it all began. Because I remember thinking at the time that it was a really big area used for, like, not very much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we had to fill for time as we were wandering
Oh, I
around.
remember. I remember. And now here's that payoff.
It's right.
Maybe you should do a once-over on your items before you go into the final battle.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's get some of this coffee.
Get some of that coffee in you.
We're good on all our other stats.
You could probably get rid of all those, like, status items.
Yeah, probably. Although...
Get rid of all the healing and the food and replace it. I would say hold on to the paralysis, maybe.
I want to keep both of them because I just don't know. Get rid of the sleeping bag.
That's not in your inventory.
Oh.
That's in your item box.
Well, let's just grab these two sleeping bags.
Why do you have two of them?
Why don't you?
Because you have both of them. You should give one to me.
All right, you can have it. Probably
Thank
don't
you.
need the sunscreen in this fight. Let's get
I
the
don't think
donut.
you'll need the donut.
Shut up.
You
I
don't
want it.
need the donut.
I want it. I'm gonna take these bullets.
Oh my god, you have 46 50-round boxes of bullets.
Yeah, that's right. You never know when you're gonna need more. Let's grab one of these.
And one of black coffee.
Damn fine cup of coffee. And I'm gonna save again.
Yeah, you should always save after you do your inventory management.
I know it. Okay.